Speaker, I yield 2 minutes to my friend and colleague, the distinguished gentleman from Florida, Mr. Diaz-Balart.
Gentleman from Florida is recognized for 2 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise to speak in favor of the McKeon Amendment to train and equip vetted Syrian opposition groups. Look, ISIL is a terrorist group organization that threatens our allies, savagely murders Americans and others. It threatens our national security interests, and it must be destroyed. It must be destroyed, including in Syria. Now, however, Mr. Speaker, I have serious reservations about the President's plan. It's no lie that there's a trust gap with this President. Unfortunately, the President has consistently ignored what was clear to just about everyone else. And the President must start listening to the advice and the guidance of our senior military commanders. Against the advice of his generals, the President prematurely withdrew from Iraq so he could claim a political victory. Unfortunately, the enemy continued to fight. There is a trust gap. More recently, according to press reports, the President has already dismissed some of the preferred recommendations of his generals in favor of a more limited role to our armed forces. Mr. Speaker, there is a trust gap. And we know that airstrikes and training and equipping and vetting the Syrian opposition groups are necessary, but as we have heard, it's not sufficient. Will the President do what is sufficient? What is necessary? There is a trust gap. What President are we supposed to believe and trust? The one who in August said that those Syrian opposition forces were, frankly, not a real thing, or the one who now says that they're the ones who are going to defeat ISIS? There is a trust gap. Unfortunately, the President has refused to lead until the polls and the opinion polls kind of pushed him to it. So that's why I'm so grateful, Mr. Chairman, for the language that you have to have robust oversight and increased transparency, and that the administration must keep Congress up to speed on planning and logistics. Mr. Chairman, I hope that we can stop repeating the mistakes of the past. It's time for the President to treat this threat like what it is, a national security threat to the United States, and that he listens to his generals. With that, I yield back.
Gentleman's time is